Hello, Yavapai County. My name is David McAtee. I'm the Yavapai County Public Information Officer, and I'm here today with Ron Ecker, who is with Kitchell. Thank you for coming.
Thank you.
So, Ron, tell me a little bit about Kitchell. How long have you been there? What is Kitchell? What do you guys do?
Kitchell was founded in 1950
Okay.
by Sam Kitchell as a general contractor. So we're now 70 years old, and they have divested into 5 major groups over time. Again, initially our Kitchell Contractors Incorporated. We have a development company who developed an area near here. This is Sprouts anchored shopping center. For example, we own Arizona Refrigeration and Supply that has outlets across the Sun Belt. Hardison Downey is a Kitchell company now, and the group that I work in is Kitchell CEM, that stands for Capital Expenditure Managers, and our focus is in public sector, owner's representative, project management, construction management services.
Okay. And how long have you been with Kitchell?
I originally began with Kitchell in 1984.
Okay, great. So Kitchell was one of the very first contracts that the county signed in this process of developing the Justice Center. Can you tell us why that was? What are you doing for Yavapai County?
So in the beginning, we came in after the needs assessment that was put together by Karen Shin with some help from DLR. And we were brought in both to vet the preliminary program that was in that, and also look at different options for different construction projects, whether we did a new build, whether we modified the existing juvenile justice center and then built a new one of those, and also vet the program for the size of the facility, meeting with all the stakeholders, because during the course of developing the needs assessment, there wasn't enough time to meet with all the stakeholders. So to make sure that all their needs were met, and then we took that information from the needs assessment and developed rough order of magnitude costs for the project, and also helped the facilities department develop the project budget.
So after you looked at the CHIN report and talked to all of the stakeholders, you came to the conclusion that the best option would be to build a new facility. Can you explain a little bit about what drove you to that decision?
Well, what drove us to that were costs and needs, of course, that, the needs that created the footprint that's needed, that the costs are based upon. So what brought us to the decision is we narrowed it down to 3 options, and the county selected what the best cost fit option was, based on the square footage needs, based on the programmatic needs, based on the number of beds in the jail, the number of courtrooms, and the co-located reach-in, reach-out mental health component.
So when you talk about the program, that includes the behavioral health unit. That's not just the detention center and the courtrooms. That's everything.
That's correct, yes.
Okay. One of the terms that we use is owner's rep. You are our county's owner's rep, or Kitchell is, and you are their representative. What is an owner's rep? What does an owner's rep do?
So an owner's rep supports the management of the project. We have expertise in project types such as criminal justice. I mean, personally, I've been doing criminal justice work for 35 years. But a number of our different departments also are well experienced in criminal justice, such as our engineering and architectural services department, our controls group, which is for scheduling, our estimating group, and also our facilities management group. So what we do is we bring that expertise with us and help define and control projects as early as facility condition assessments, needs assessments, master planning, through selecting consultants and contractors, and guiding and measuring and controlling through the design phase, through the construction phase, and into occupancy.
So you're keeping everybody talking, everyone working together.
Right, in a sense, we're facilitators.
Yeah.
We're facilitators with a specific background in project type and proven procedures.
So I can imagine with this many different players, there are some issues. Have you come into any issues that you've had to resolve? Any particular issues that you run into with the Justice Center that you've had to resolve?
Well, I think one of the primary issues for this facility, and not just for this facility, is the restrictions that we have for meeting during these COVID times. And we're actually doing many more Zoom meetings rather than face-to-face meetings. But it's a little bit difficult collaborating and facilitating remotely. As well as we all use
Sure.
Technology.
Yeah, I've had the opportunity to sit in through some of those Zoom meetings, and it's interesting to watch the schedule progress, and each step has its own coordination, and it's impressive to watch. Do you have a timeline? I mean, do we know when we're going to start coming out of the ground? I know right now we're just moving dirt, but when do we start to go vertical?
Well, I love moving dirt, so there's more to it than just moving dirt.
Right.
And actually, Dr. Holland, that I studied under at NAU, would say it's not dirt, it's soils.
Soils,
Okay.
yes, and there are different types.
So, so the CMRS contractor, Hensel Phelps, is under contract right now for the mass greeting. And we're working with them and with the architects and engineers to bring together the next GMP, which will be for the remainder of this site infrastructure work and also vertical construction. And that will go to the board for their approval on December the 2nd.
And what is GMP?
Guaranteed maximum price.
So that's what you're saying you can build it for.
Right, that's it.
And what happens if we go over, or if we start getting contracts and those prices aren't matching up? What do we do?
Well, the prices are pretty well vetted right now, actually. And there's contingencies built in to a GMP, to cover some anomalies, in the bidding and in the bidding process. If there were change, then that might require a change order, actually, of change in scope. But we're also looking at other methods to cover changes in scope as well.
Well, thank you, Ron, for coming. I appreciate it. You've answered all my questions, and I just want to say thank you for coming up, and thank you for doing such a great job. It's neat to see this whole thing work together, and I appreciate it.
Well, we consider it a privilege to help Yavapai County and all your constituents. This is a much-needed facility. It's a well-planned facility, and it's a facility that not only serves in custody, but also serves people in need with health issues in the community as well.
It's a great project. It's something that's going to be around for a very long time, and I think it's important that we do this right. So thank you very much.
Okay, thank you, Dave.
And thank you, Yavapai County. We'll catch you next time.